All right. Hello, Internet. And thanks for watching me change the strings on the shotgun. Because this guitar's dirty and disgusting and I don't take good enough care of it. So, step one, take the strings off. Step two, say thanks to my cameraman, Johnny Arkansas. Say hi, Johnny.
What's up, Randy? Thank you so much for having me.
Alright, we take the strings off. I'm just loosening them. We have an Evertune bridge. What do you think about that, John?
I hate it.
Why do you hate the Evertune, John?
Oh, man. I just don't like it. It's hard. It's new. I don't like new things.
You don't like
Randy.
new things?
I hate
new things. Are scary, aren't they?
Yes.
Scary new things.
Let's take a look at these frets, guys. Yeah, don't like that either, Randy.
Are you talking about the fact that this has a scalloped fretboard?
I am. That's what I'm talking about, exactly.
Whoa, look at that. That was a snap. I was probably turning it the wrong way.
Probably that bridge. I blame the bridge.
It's the bridge's fault every time, isn't it? It's always the bridge's fault. See how gross this guitar is? It's because I'm not a good guitar tech to my own guitars.
That's why you keep a pair of pliers handy.
I think it's my New Year's resolution that I'm going to be a better guitar tech with my own guitars. I got lots of guitars that need string changing.
I would say one thing to add is make sure you do what Randy's doing there, so you don't have a bunch of those little balls.
Want to see a real pain in the ass with this Evertune is sometimes just getting this fucking string out because this fucking thing just isn't in the right kind of spot on this one.
Well, what about guys that just cram another string in there, Randy? You can always do that.
Yeah, that's always awesome. Spend money to make a guitar play in tune and then make sure that it doesn't.
Exactly.
That was an improvised tool. Strings.
Always look for whatever's around in the dressing room.
Yeah.
For your guitar changing task.
Indeed. And never leave these lying around in the dressing room either. Make sure you throw away all your bits. People get mad.
Especially at outside shows because of the turtles.
The cleaning lady gets really mad. We're going to go for a little miracle cleaning cloth because this thing is so filthy. It's the miracle cleaning cloth.
Miracle cleaning cloth.
It's just the miracle cleaning cloth. And
official cleaning cloth of the Randy Steppers band.
Yeah, I could probably do this for hours because everything is so filthy here, but I'm not. But I am going to just do it real quick. Get some grime off this fucker. Because it's pretty grimy. Look how grimy it is.
Oh, I know. Because every fret is like the Panama Canal.
Because I haven't cleaned the fretboard on this guitar in 2 years of playing it. I just put new strings on it when I need to. So lazy at guitar teching my own guitars. Ugh.
Everclean Magic Cloth.
No, it's an Evertune bridge, but it's the Miracle All-Purpose Polishing Cloth.
Yeah. Probably gonna get sued.
Yeah. Here's my clean dry cloth.
Look, everybody, look how clean it is now.
It's still pretty dirty, but it's gonna be a little better.
It's okay, Randy. You're the only one that wants to play it.
Yeah, but...
So it's only what you like.
Yeah, but I want it to play in tune, and if it gets dirty enough, it won't. It's also just kind of gross. These just need a little shining up. They're just a little oxidized and shit. You could use guitar polish. It's not very tight. My pegs aren't even tight.
Where's your tool? I thought you had a tool you got from Iconoside.
Well, the funny thing is that tool I got the other night, it's it's in that guitar gig bag that I was using the other night, which is a different guitar than this one. So I don't have it with me. I don't know how these things manage to loosen up, but somehow they do. String tree's in the way. Normally it would be nice to have the right wrench for the job, but you know, we're just at the practice space. I'm lucky I got this, right?
Let's take a minute for our sponsors.
Do we have sponsors?
Yeah, this changing of strings brought to you by Evan Williams.
I'm endorsing all kinds of stuff, I guess, just by,
Yeah.
you know, yeah.
What kind of strings are those you're using, buddy?
These are GHS boomers. They're 9 to 42.
Wow. They make a nice bass string too, don't they?
GHS.
Hope they did. I don't know. What do I know?
What do y'all know? I'm making somewhat of a mess here. We will clean up afterwards because we want to keep coming to the studio. We like it here. I love it every once in a while when I like space out because the guitar's upside down and put the strings on in reverse order. You ever do that?
Yeah.
That's always fun. That's what I was just thinking about I don't want to do right now.
Yeah. I like when I get like a little bit too tipsy and then I wind it the wrong way.
Yeah, on your,
That's kind of
on your
my
guitar,
thing.
you got the string kind of wound.
That's
funny.
my thing. But it's working, so I'm not gonna beat it up. You know.
Yep. Loading up.
We'll get a close up here.
Loading up my 9-gauge strings. Ooh, that one's trying to get away.
See, that's important.
Wouldn't it be nice if you had like a big roadie case with like, you know, a neck rest and all that kind of stuff?
I don't know, Randy. I have a guy that does this for me. I don't know. I'm learning a lot here. I'm learning as much as anybody else.
Good old restringing the Evertune. At this point, it's pretty much the same as stringing any kind of Stratocaster.
Until you have to bring out your magical key.
Until you have to bring out the magical tuning key.
Then shit gets weird.
Then it gets very strange. Things get strange fast with this guitar. Hey, we're almost loaded.
Tell us a little bit about this weird guitar, Randy. So it's some kind of a Fender neck on a Kramer body. Weighs like 30 pounds or something.
The neck and body are from Warmoth.
The frets are
They're
scalloped.
Warmoth. And it's actually, although a Telecaster neck, it's or a Telecaster headstock, or a reverse Telecaster headstock, however you might want to call it. It's actually Les Paul scale.
All right, this is important what you're doing here. You're not explaining it.
Well, I put the string through the hole, bring it around the wrong way. I gotta pass it underneath and around. That's gonna make a lock there.
Look at that. It's not how I do it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm learning too. I'm learning along with you.
That's what we're doing.
Well, let's see that again.
I'm gonna do that again. I'm gonna totally do that again. This is the problem with getting old, is you can't see anymore. I'm pretty much pulling that tight. Coming the wrong way around, underneath. Pulling it tight where that notch is. To put it on
Wow.
top again. pretty much got a lock.
Yeah. You're not changing strings, you're making African drums or something like that. Basket weaving.
Evertune weirdness.
I'd like for everybody to see how many times he had to tune that to get any kind of a change. That has to do with that silly bridge.
Silly, silly bridge. It is. Alright. We'll go through.
Randy, what
Back
year?
around the wrong way and underneath.
What year was it when you changed your first string?
What year could that have been? How old was I when I started changing my own strings?
No, 8 months. 8 months old.
I remember like the very early days of the local music store and the lessons where like the guy did it for me at the music store. I think it was when I got my first crappy electric, like 12 years old.
So like 1978.
78, 79? 79, I would be 12 years old.
You were listening to some early Van Halen,
Listening to some early Van Halen.
changing your strings.
I was. My man guitar.
Some DOA. Before they were DOA.
Some DOA before they were DOA.
Before they were alive.
I
When they
didn't
were
know
alive.
anything about punk for years later because I grew up in the most tiny, small town. DOA from Canada.
They were alive though when you started.
Yeah.
They weren't dead yet. They were still alive when you were changing the strings.
They were one of the first punk rock shows I ever saw, actually. That was 84, I think. Let's Wreck the Party tour. Somebody with more punk rock cred than me can remember exactly what fucking stupid year that was. But that was the tour I saw. It was like one of maybe the second punk show I went to.
What was the first one?
I think the first one was this Toronto band, Forgotten Rebels.
Oh. They any good?
Hell yeah. You don't know about the Forgotten Rebels?
No. I'm from Arkansas, dude. We don't have that there.
They had this amazing tune written by Chris Houston, their guitar player, as far as I understand, called I'm Surfing on Heroin.
How? Was he really doing that?
Yeah, he had a drug problem for a long time, I think.
It's horrible.
When I
But
was living
at
in
least he's singing about stuff he knows. You
I was
know
living in
what?
Vancouver, that guy, I love that guy, he's amazing, Chris Houston. I believe he's clean and sober now and lives in Hamilton and teaches kids how to play guitar, Mr. Chris Houston.
All right.
But when I was living in Vancouver in like whatever, 91 or something, whatever, he had this fucking Church of Elvis thing that was so fucking great. Chris Houston's Church of Elvis. He did Surfing on Heroin, which originally, like the Forgotten Rebels version, is a pretty, standard punk rock kind of thing. But he did it all Elvis slow.
That's awesome. This episode of Randy Steffes' show brought to you by Chris Houston and the Forgotten Rebels.
Yes, indeed. See, I've kind of lost track of what I'm doing here. Oh, I know what the problem is.
Oh, I got you talking.
I broke this string, so there's still a bit of it fucking sitting in here.
Well, that's a good lesson. I'll zoom in on that, Randy.
Some crappy
See
little bit
how
of that-
easy that
of
stuff can
that
happen?
Broken string. Like
Ladies and gentlemen,
sitting here.
how easy.
It's totally screwed me up.
Now
I
he's
do
got,
have to do a lot of this by feel just because I can't frickin' see anymore. Like
Oh,
I keep
yeah.
telling you.
You should explain your blindness. People think you're just fumbling around. They don't know you're like Ray Charles.
Kind of Ray Charles in a little bit. It's not that bad actually, but it's not that great either. Ugh. These little string pain in the asses. Look at this thing. I might need some help getting it out of there.
Uh-oh.
Might have to take it to a music store.
No way. We We just might have to trade positions, buddy. I know how to get that son of a bitch out.
Maybe I can grab it.
I do this all the time. This is nothing to me.
You do this all the time?
Yeah, this is common occurrence
Common occurrence.
in my world.
Quite a common occurrence, isn't it? Look at that nasty little bugger.
Don't- If you're playing an outside show, don't throw it on the ground because of the turtles. The turtles will eat it, and then that's it. One less turtle.
That was our theory in the park.
Yeah. I've never seen a turtle in the park, and I think that's why.
It's gotta be why. Alrighty, ready. Good old Evertune. So I'm just looking for a stop point. They have a video on what that is.
I'm going to get in on this, on the bridge, when you start messing with that bridge, man.
You need to get in on that bridge when I start messing on that bridge.
That's what everybody's going to want to know about.
They all gonna want to know about this Evertune bridge.
Because everybody can change strings in the dressing room, but not everybody knows what the hell's going on right here, man. This is the key. Would you say?
The key thing.
Where's the key?
I do have a key.
I hope you do.
Can't find my
You're on
tuner.
live TV and
I'm
you're
on
not.
live TV
And you
I
can't find the
my
key.
Electronic tuner. I got the key in my hand.
Oh, okay. Oh, you can't find a tuner.
I don't know what I did with my electronic tuner.
Don't you have perfect pitch?
I don't think I got perfect pitch.
Official Randy Steffes flannel Canadian jackets made in Canada, available for $50.
That's the real Canadian tuxedo.
Yeah.
It's not a denim jacket and a denim pants. It's like that's a Canadian tuxedo. Yeah,
Available to you, signed by Randy Steffes, $50. May or may not be made in Canada.
may or may not be made in Canada.
No refunds. All sales are final.
So how do you tune this thing? Actually, you do
Oh,
it
that's what
like
I
that.
needed. Uh-huh. That's the interesting part of all of this.
And the fun part is when you want to really have it close to the stop point, so it plays like a normal guitar and bends normally.
But what? Yeah, exactly.
Every
What
time
exactly?
you-
What exactly are you doing with that key?
Every time I turn this key to like make the pitch of the string go up,
You half explained it. Could you explain it fully?
it literally makes the string of the pitch go up, like up, down.
Okay.
Like I'm tuning it, and then I'm continuously making sure it's back at the spot I want, which is like, if you look at that bridge, it moves. You can get as close up as that as you can, but it moves and then it stops moving, right? So the pitch doesn't really change that much, so you get right on that spot. That's where I want it to be in tune, so it bends like a normal guitar, and then that's like too far. But this spot is like, that's the spot right there. It's not really moving. It might have just the tiniest bit of movement to it,
Do the next one and let me do it up close so we can see
but
what
that's
you're
the spot
doing.
I'm trying to tune to. And it'll take a little fiddling to get it there, because every time you change, every time I adjust it, that spot is moving. So I have to go back.
Well, doesn't a Floyd Rose
Find
do
this
that
spot
anyway?
again. No, Floyd Rose doesn't really do that. It does kind of balance like this thing does, though. You can also set this
So
thing up
basically
you can't
each-
bend a note at all on it.
So basically, each string you have has a little Floyd Rose on it of its
Yeah,
own.
they got their own
Is that what you're
tremolo.
saying? Is that
They
what's
each
going
got
on
their
here?
own little trim,
Wow.
but it doesn't trim. It just makes a balance point so it stays in tune.
At what point in your career on guitar were you like, I think I'll make the most complicated guitar of all time? When did that first come to mind?
This guitar, you mean?
Yeah,
I think I
or
was
whatever.
planning
You
this-
might have a more complicated one somewhere that I don't know about, but for now,
Well, like all guitar players, I got too many guitars.
but you were like, let me make this the most complicated guitar.
Well, my old main guitar was scallop, so I had to have a scallop guitar.
I'm gonna scallop it.
You have to have a scallop guitar.
I'm gonna get a weird body style. I'm gonna get a weird neck. We ain't even talked about the pickups yet. Ain't got there. But
Well, yeah, I wanted a weird neck. I like fat necks. I like scallops. This originally had a different neck. It was exactly the same woods, blood wood with an ebony fretboard, but it was Fender scale. This is Les Paul scale neck, Warmoth conversion neck. And I got the body because like it's a heavy neck because it's almost made out of solid heavy wood. So I also wanted a body I didn't have to stain. It's also why that stuff. Like I don't want to have to stain and paint stuff. This is mostly finished in human oil.
I know every time I change my strings, I always think to myself, Randy, how could I make this more complicated? Oh, what if each string was its own Floyd Rose? Oh, that'd be that, and I had to have a special key in order to do it.
Yeah, that's what's going on.
That's what I thought in my mind, actually.
This is not for everyone, right? You have to be a kind of tweaker to be into this, right?
Not, boy, you said a mouthful. Anybody that watches this is going to have the shit scared out of them, probably.
By the Evertune scariness.
They will never play guitar.
They will never play an Evertune guitar.
People that were just thinking that they might play guitar will probably give it up now and be an investment banker and happy with it.
You know, some people that can't play guitar that think they can, they could really use this guitar. Because you can make it so you don't have to get so up on this point where it stops so you can actually bend the string. You can make it so you can't even bend the strings at all.
Don't believe them. Whoever's watching this, don't believe them.
And there we go.
It's not true.
Evertune.
All right, man. Let's check out the Splawn. Let's distort it. Let's see what it sounds like. See if it's bullshit or not.
Let's see if it's bullshit or not.
Oh, let me... Wait. This video brought to you by Splawn.
No, it's not.
It is now.
Well, it's brought to you by this one.
Okay.
That's a wrap.
Randy Stepper Show.